Hey everybody, Thomas Vanderkin back again from the Vanderkin verse. I got an update to a product that I unboxed a couple weeks ago, blowing up on YouTube. Got it right here. It's the M8, and I've got on the line with me a couple experts from Lenovo. We're really excited to introduce Manny and Vishal, and we'll go ahead and get started talking about how the M8 and its sister product, the M10, can get used in the corporate space.
Awesome. Hey, Thomas, we're excited to be on, man. Just a quick introduction. Manny Saint-Lot with been with Lenovo for about 8 years now, and I help manage our Android tablet commercial sales for North America. So I've had the luxury, I say the luxury of traveling all over the U.S.,
Yeah.
Canada, not the Caribbean yet, but the U.S. and Canada so far to support a lot of different opportunities that are utilizing our Android tablet portfolio in commercial environments. So I work directly with my good buddy here on the line, Vishal. So Vishal.
Hey, Thomas, thank you again for having me here today. Vishal, I lead our strategy and operations for our tablet business. So work very closely with Manny and travel with him a few times. So it's been good trips, Manny. I enjoyed it. And help him grow our Android tablet business in North America.
Awesome. So this is it, guys. The M8. I've been using it for a couple of months now. Like I said, I did the unboxing. It comes with this fancy dock. The pogo pins seem to be the magic here that happens when you dock it. It's got a lot of capabilities. I showed a lot of them off in my video. Running the house, kind of a smart device, but it's also a great fit in the corporate space. So can you tell me a little bit about some of your corporate customers who either are using this or would be a good fit for a device like this?
Yeah, so I'll jump in here first. I'm glad to see that you purchased it. Your unboxing was great. It was clear, right? It was evident that device can be used seamlessly. What we're seeing, especially with that docking capacity, is hospitality, right? So hospitality, we've had some luck where folks are taking the tablet, they're taking the dock, and they're looking to implement it bedside, right? So if you imagine that same environment, that same experience that you get when you're at home, now you could potentially have it in a hotel. So, folks are looking at, hey, Alexa in the bedroom, right? Or Google Assistant in the bedroom or in the house. But that's consumer, that's great. But I want to do something and I want to have a better experience when I travel. So imagine you show up at a big name hotel and you walk into your suite and you're a 5-star member or whatever the code might be for that particular hotel, right? And then when you walk in, you've got a tablet that's on a dock that you can now pick up, right? You can order room service, you can schedule your spa, you can schedule your golfing, you can see what your bill is currently for the 3 days that you have planned. You can maybe even see what restaurants are local, even get some additional information. And then, all of that just from the tablet, right? And or even be able to control your TV or be able to control the AC or the blinds if you're, in Vegas at one of these super nice, fancy suites. So, hospitality is one of the areas and verticals that we're definitely seeing some interest. And, we think something like this could be a great hit.
I've seen that just start to pop up in some of the hotels before COVID hit. Really small hotels, even in downtown Seattle, or big hotels, chains are rolling out too. So they've been a great value add in that. But any other corporate uses or ideas you've seen for the device?
Yeah, Vishal, do you want to jump in and share some insight?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I would like to add a couple of things to what Manny mentioned, right? And definitely a great use case when you're talking about deploying these in the hotel rooms, and the hardware kind of complements it to the fullest extent. Not only a really nice, slick design, it's an all metal back design that kind of stands well to the wear and tear that, as you can imagine, in the hotel room. And it's also kind of the nice metallic finish with the metal back, or the grayish iron gray color that we have kind of blends in really well with kind of the ambience within the room. So I just wanted to kind of point that out from a hardware standpoint and kind of the overall look and feel. And when it comes to kind of the other applications that we have seen in the industry, I think a lot of mainstream use cases, right? We have seen a lot of restaurants kind of, or especially in the food delivery space, a lot of players are leveraging this 8-inch form factor. It's thinner, it's lighter, and it's easy to kind of, mount on a stand. So we've seen a lot of partners kind of leverage that. And even in other verticals like healthcare segments, consumers or partners are looking at leveraging this form factor of the 8-inch tablet with the dock. Like one of the use case that comes to mind and we have seen from customers is remote healthcare, right? With the COVID, that use case has expanded, and a lot of partners are developing solutions that allows doctors and healthcare professionals to remotely communicate with their patients, and that's where such devices come into play.
In the OS, this is an Android device, right? Why Android?
Why not Android, right? So before we dive into that, I wanna introduce another guest that we have online, right?
Right.
Patty, thanks for joining, Patty. I see you're live here. And you're on mute, Patty.
Three most famous words in Teams calls.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
That's all right. We'll get her off mute. So the OS is Android.
I'm off now. Sorry.
She found the button.
Sorry. No, I clicked it. It kept clicking twice. I'm like, it's too sensitive today. Anyhow, Thomas, I'm so glad to meet you. And I think we talked briefly before, but I keep telling the team, let's leverage this great platform you have to talk about all the products that we want to get out there. I look at the size of your network. So thank you for spending time with us on this. And I love us talking about use cases. I feel like we don't do that enough at our organization. We tend to just focus on the features, functions, and my background being software is I've been trained to talk use cases, right? So I think we've got an opportunity to kind of supplant some ideas with businesses that are thinking, well, do I really need a tablet? You all giving those examples, I think, can put it top of mind for them.
Yeah, we heard examples in hospitality, healthcare, delivery, field techs, I guess. So there's already been, 4 or 5 great use cases for really tablet like this. First of all, you said don't talk about specs, but it does come with a dock. It's a great price, great solution. Can you give us a sense of what the MSRP is? What are we talking like for this device, and how would it fit in a corporate space?
Yeah, so Thomas, let me do that. Before I want to do that though, you did have a question before, right? Why Android? So let me start with that one.
Yeah, hit it.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to be pretty straightforward. Android is a very flexible operating system, right? There's a lot that you can do there. And the nice thing is that Android devices are so much more cost effective than some of the other competitors that are out there. So, for that particular product you're holding in your hands, I think the MSRP is around $130, $140, right? The standalone tablet.
How much is the dock? So that's for the system, and then the dock is how much on top of that?
That's together, right? So that particular product, you be purchasing it together. So there is no accessory part number for that dock, right? The Smart Tab ships with the dock, and then you have the option of buying the tablet only, but you can't go later and buy the dock as an accessory. Unfortunately, the way the systems work, not to get too nitty gritty, but that particular tablet has a set of software enablements in it that allow Google Ambient Mode to take place. So when it docks, that's that nice screen that pops up that provides you the information that you want, right?
Right.
Either the screen is going to show you music, or it's going to show you some photos if you set that up, or it might show you some additional information. What we're working to do on the commercial side, at least, is allow folks to leverage that same docking functionality. So that way, the minute those pogo pins actually connect to the device, maybe, let's say, a healthcare provider, right? If those pogo pins connect, when the healthcare provider, their software realizes the device connects, they have a different mode that pops up on a tablet, right? Maybe it's, communication mode now or whatever that might be. But so going back to it, I mean, Android's very flexible. You have the ability to also manage them remotely. So some folks have said in the past, I'm used to Windows, Android, I can't track them. I can't manage them. I can't deploy them. I hate to burst your bubble, but you can. You can do it, and you can do it very well. We work with partners like Soti, Esper, 42 Gears. Lenovo has our own Think UEM offering. Even folks like Mobile Iron that are out there, right? We're able to leverage all of these folks' software capabilities to lock these down, manage them, and ensure that the person who's using it is only using what the organization wants them to use. And then the organization has access to data, right? So how many times is the device actually turned on or on? How many devices are actually connecting to the network versus not? How many of them are powered down, right? How many of them operate at 10% power all the time? How many of them are, you get where I'm going with it. So there's a lot of flexibility with Android. And that's why Vishal and I have been tasked to go out there and make new friends, grow partnerships, grow relationships, and grow awareness for this product set, because it works, and it works very well, especially at the price point.
True. And Manny, great points. I think you're absolutely right. And I'd just like to add the two things. And that flexibility that Android offers ultimately allows the partner or businesses to kind of, have a lower cost of ownership when they look at Android devices in their businesses. And also, Android is a open operating system. I mean, you have like tons of applications available in the Play Store to leverage. And there are like a lot of ISV partners who also are very familiar with kind of the development in the Android space. So also, I believe that one of the factors where partners look at Android is because of faster time to market. Like if you are a lot of businesses in today's situation are trying to digitize and go kind of like e-com only. And that's where Android kind of comes into play. And also, I think the other thing that businesses have on top of their mind is security, right? And Android today, through its latest releases in Android 9 and upcoming releases, have significantly amped up their security and enhancements. So that also is something that Android offers. They have periodic security patch releases, which Lenovo then publishes to the devices. So the partners at the end of the day also have that peace of mind that their data is protected, and there's no other vulnerabilities that we see in the market like hacking, etc. They are safe from those type of hacking. So just wanted to kind of add those 2 bullet points about the total cost, the faster time to market, and security.
So guys, I've been selling in the corporate space for quite a while, and one thing that they don't like, that consumers do like, is they don't like change. Once they pick a product, they want to stick with it for a while. Whereas in the consumer space, it's change as fast as you can, latest processor, latest screen, latest everything. So is this a product that is able to, a corporation could buy it and know that for the next, I don't know, few months at least, it's not going to change? Or what's kind of the life cycle of a product like this?
Yeah, so great question. And what we've worked to do as a team is better enable us to support those requests. So prior to joining this team, I was doing something very similar than what you're doing, right, Thomas? I was working with end customers. I was working with relationship accounts, and I was selling a product set that was traditionally built for commercial accounts. Moved on to this group and this team where we had a consumer product that's being positioned in the commercial space. Right. And there's the battle of right, trying to keep the product cost effective, but also meeting the needs of the commercial account, right, or enterprise account or education account or whatever it may be. And we do also have to battle that fact that there are new processors and there's new chipsets, there's new RAM, there's a new feature that comes out, there's a new OS that comes out every few months, right? I think we've done a very good job, though, of at least having products that are brought to market and will traditionally be around anywhere from 15 to 18 months, which I think is pretty good, for a consumer device. To give you an example, I think I've got it right here. this right here in front of me is the Tab 8. This was a Tab 4.8 that was introduced in late 2017. This device, we shipped the last 10,000 systems to a large food and delivery customer this past spring. So from 2017 to 2020, it's almost 3 years, 2.5 years, right? That we were able to support this particular customer for their needs. So traditionally speaking, right, you're going to see a 15 to 18 month life cycle on our products, but we do have the ability to work with our customers, work with our partner community to make sure that if you need a longer life cycle because maybe it's the operating system or maybe it's just harder for you to set this up in your system or whatever it might be, you know, we can work with you accordingly to help, you know, elongate that life cycle and that time period for you.
Yeah. And again, just extending that thought forward. So one of the things, Thomas, that we do as we do product planning and design our next generation devices is to keep these exact customer needs or partner needs in mind. So an example that I would like to highlight is customers have come to us and say, like your device, we want to deploy it, but how do we ensure that the case or the stand that they are developing would fit the next generation? So we try to kind of keep those points in mind. Like, hey, we want to keep the USB port at the same place. We want to keep the charging at the same place, the volume buttons. There are small things, but that could have a very large impact on these partners in terms of retooling or buying new cases. So we want to help the customers avoid that type of cost. So we take these questions, feedbacks that we get from the market, feed it into our design process, and try to minimize those product deltas while keeping the product improving generation over generation.
Yeah, well, that's longer than I expected. In our corporate world, we strive for 12 to 18 months. We call that, corporate, workhorse models or whatever. So you guys are definitely in line with what we're doing in that other corporate PC space. Couple more things. This is just as I'm thinking about this for my customers. What if a customer watching this says, "Hey, you know what? I need. I'd like to get more information about. I need 1,000 or I need 10,000. Is that doable? Is that kind of the? Are you able to meet those kind of quantities, or is it? How would they actually start the process of looking at something like that?
Yeah. So great question. Tell everybody who inboxes you that you can sell them tablets. First answer, right?
Okay.
No, but I guess the support process, right? You have a full range of folks at Lenovo who support North America, right? So if you're not already in touch with your focal for your specific organization, call the 800 number at Lenovo. We'll ensure that you're set up accordingly and that you have the right contacts. I'm sure folks might ping you, right, if they're seeing this video on LinkedIn or somewhere else. But from there, right, getting supply, we can definitely manage to get supply for you. So again, Lenovo is the #1 PC manufacturer in the world, right? Our relationships are very extensive. The ability to get parts and components for various different products out there goes a long way, right? So we're able to support high volumes, high demands. That's something that we're seeing a lot of. And not to go back into this, right, but you mentioned use cases. You're talking about healthcare and education right now. There's a lot of demand requests for devices in education. We're working to meet with some of those demands. We've got some big customers in the California area, as well as other regions of the country that are looking to deploy devices right now for back to school, right, virtual classrooms. So, we can definitely work to be able to obtain, right, and meet your goals. If it's 1,000 units that somebody's looking for, or if it's 40, 50,000 units, right, reach out to us. We can definitely help and support your needs there.
Yeah. Okay. And the one I unboxed and is getting all the views on YouTube was this 8-inch one, but there's also a 10-inch version of this. Is that right?
Yeah. So you've got a lot of different products. If you can see this on my screen here, this is our M10 product. You've got the 8-inch product that you saw there. We even had the 10-inch HD, right? So whether you're looking for full high definition or you're just looking for basic high definition, 720p, you've got some options out there. I'm looking around my desk here to see if I could grab something else that you haven't seen. Throwing some plugs there, right? Even, products like this, right? This is our Think Smart View. Throw a plug into that product. But we do have, the opportunity to to showcase some other unique things that Android is doing. So definitely excited again, and appreciate you putting this call together, Thomas, a chat.
Yeah. And Thomas, I'll just want to add this, given that we're talking about partners. Partners do have needs. They like custom solution to deliver customized experience to their partners. So Lenovo also has to offer various customization options that vary from like an SDK that they can use to develop their own solution. It's an SDK that allows them to access the special APIs from the platform side and build a really custom solution. Or if a partner has basic needs like, hey, just want to have my own branding on the device from a software standpoint, they want their own wallpaper, power-up graphics. We offer a commercial customization system that allows the customers to create like software solution or software images on the fly, test it out. And the beauty of this is, the part that I like most is that you can download that image remotely over the air using a QR code. So you think of it that I go to the system, like I upload my branding, I get a QR code, I scan it on my tablet, and there you go. I have that customized image, a branded tablet on my on a branded tablet in front of me, basically. So we offer those solutions as well, and that's across the board. You talk M8 or the M10, the 10-inch tablet that Manny was just showcasing. That tool works across those products. So we have those offerings as well to serve our partners.
Yeah, I guess most of these are delivered through a partner, right? Who's adding value to it's a solution with Lenovo and hardware and a partner delivering it to a customer. Is that usually how this works?
Yeah, it goes both ways, right? I mean, Lenovo does a lot of business through the channel, right? We're very channel friendly. I think 80%, 85% of our business goes through partners. So we work to enable that process and try to make it easy to work with our distribution community. And then again, for those other ones that aren't going through the channel, right, we're working with those customers as well. But as Vishal mentioned, right, the process using the custom configuration services is very streamlined. Each customer gets a QR code, right? You get your own imprinted image on there when you upload and download all your stuff on a tablet, or when you're starting it. I think it's like the 5th or 6th screen. At that point, there's a little option that says, use QR code. You scan it. Next thing you know it, all your configurations are set up on that device, right? So it's pretty streamlined.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I've really enjoyed our time together here today. I don't want to let anybody go. I always ask at the end, anything else cool you're working on or anything else you want to tell us about before we sign off here?
Yeah, I don't want to get fired for divulging any private information, Vishal. What can we talk about out there? Can I mean, what are you thinking?
Well, no, there's a lot of exciting stuff that's coming out from a portfolio standpoint, a lot of services that we are working on currently. We understand that COVID has kind of changed the landscape of a lot of businesses. So we are here to help you. We understand the needs. If it's just a matter of having an always connected product to having accessories that makes, lives for like students in school easy, pen, we have a lot of exciting stuff coming down the road that will serve not only the partners and day-to-day business, but enhance that productivity and also kind of serve the kids, especially. I mean, that comes to my mind. I have 2 kids and they're remotely kind of schooling right now. So I understand those challenges, and that's some of the things that we are working on for the future. So I look forward to kind of having another session with you where we can share more details about productivity devices that we would be launching later this year. Very exciting at a high level. It's a big screen 11-inch tablet with a keyboard, pen, and a lot of exciting options for productivity built in. So I don't want to again get fired, as Manny said, but
you'll tease us. So